Yay. Finishing this motherfucker grand square in this bitch though. You know what I'm saying? So I can get prepared for the night. You know what I'm saying? With this motherfucker grand square shit. Like I said, we got double Capricorn. There's a lot of Earth going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Mercury in Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn. Ooh, shit, pardon me, y'all. Sorry. You know, the way our love life is right now, we might say fuck love. We want stability. We want practicality. We want to build. We want to be serious. So we don't see those foundations in some way, shape, or form. We might be in some kind of energy like this. What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. I want to build and I don't want to chill. Ooh, what's love? You know what I'm saying? And that is all falling apart. You know what I'm saying? Because now nobody actually care about love in that aspect anymore. People just care about, okay, what love got to do with it if I'm broke? What love got to do with it if it's unsupportive? What love got to do with it if it's unstructured? What love got to do with it if it's unorganized? What love got to do with it if it's built on shaky grounds? So it ain't even necessarily got to deal with money, but it could be in a circumstance where you just feel unsafe around the individual. You feel unsecure. You're around an individual with no potential. You're around an individual with no grounding, with no basis and things of that nature. So it puts you into a space of like, damn, am I wasting my time in some way, shape, or form? So it's like that kind of energy. And you could be in this in your own mind too, based upon whatever efforts that you're focusing on. Also on this motherfucker shit. You got with the motherfucker square and the grand motherfucker trine, because we feel comfortable with being more serious, but the shit we being more serious on with the moon, with the moon, Uranus, and goddammit, Pluto and Mercury and Venus, because that's the grand trine. The shit that we kind of feeling comfortable with being serious on is the very same things that we need to motherfucker change. So you might be serious on something that needs to be changed. You know what I'm saying? It might be something that was that's lingering around, that you've been working on trying to build or some shit like that, right? And now you start looking at that energy, regardless if it's involved your family, people, places, things, circumstances, and situations, right? And then you're looking at this motherfucker shit, right? And now you're getting aggressive with it because you're like, okay, I need to formulate, I need to practicalize, I need to put some extra streamly structure on this motherfucker shit, right? But these are the things you motherfucker need to change. These is the motherfucking things that you need to participate in. And looking at these things like, okay, I need to get out of this motherfucking energy. I need to put this energy in a whole nother bag. I need to put this energy in a whole nother field. I need to put this energy in a whole nother correlation in some way. So you need to keep that in mind. You're gonna be looking at this energy like, okay, hold on, I might have got that wrong. Because what I meant to say is the things you need to change is the motherfucking things, no, the things that you're trying to be fixed on and hard. Those are the things you need to. Okay, yeah, I had that right. So keep that in mind. Make sure you ain't in no motherfucking situation where I need to breathe. Make sure you ain't in no situation where you getting hard on things that those are the things you need to change anyway. You have no business even trying to be hard on that. Let that go. You know what I'm saying? These are things that can't be formulated. They can't be organized. They can't be structured. It put a blemish on your status and shit like that. And I don't care if it even been working and things of that nature. You're going to feel this energy that you need to change something up. You feel this ending energy. That's what it feels like when it comes into get ready for Capricorn season. You feel this like ending energy. Like you feel this energy where it's like, okay, something's over. Like even if it's something that is not over, something that ain't even broke. So ain't even no concept in your mind like I need to fix it. You still feel this sense of energy like, wait, okay, this is over. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. And you don't know where it's coming at yet. And if you're a person that's not involved into a lot of things, you're going to feel something is over as far as you probably sitting on your ass too long. And you feeling like, okay, this is over. I got to stop sitting on my ass. But however the case may be, everybody about to be feeling this kind of weird energy right now. Okay, this is something over. Something is over. You know what I'm saying? So you need to make sure that you're focusing that on the right areas and not looking at it in areas that don't need to be focused on, and start like looking at these people, places, and things in very negative ways. Because sometimes we do that too, based upon not having a purpose. So we get spiritually bored and start picking things to attack that look like things that we're paying attention to as far as on our leisure time. And then for the most part, once we start to attack those things, this jumping into situations by prejudging. This jumping into situations creating bridge burning circumstances and jumping out the window and doing things too fast. Ooh, shit. And doing things too motherfucking fast and jumping the gun and getting ready to regret doing whatever you're doing. So you have to be careful of that also. That you don't participate in that motherfucking energy during this particular time in this motherfucking shit. And a North Node is in Taurus too, so it's still dealing with that motherfucker. It's blending in with this energy too, because you know we're looking at spirituality very wrong. We might be looking at spirituality within the context of what a person have. You know what I'm saying? What a person can accumulate and shit like that. And that don't necessarily got anything to do with spirituality. And you'll find yourself casting stones at yourself, like devaluing yourself, de-appreciating yourself and things of that nature, due to the fact of you might not be manifesting, or quote unquote what you think you're not manifesting. A lot of y'all need to understand that some of the most coldest, helly manifesting skills is developing a mind state. You know what I'm saying? Developing a satisfaction energy at a time you are experiencing something that's not going in your way. You know what I'm saying? When you're developing good mind states, that's really all the kind of manifestations that you actually need. Those are transmute into ideas and creative attributes that you will be able to express, that you will be able to manifest into tangible objects or places or things or people within your life. But for the most part, when you don't start to understand that that's the first concepts of manifesting, this is where you fall short. And then you start to shake hands with the devil unwarranted, because now you're basically having expectations on your mind. And when you have a goal that's not filtered through this expectation, this specific person, place, or thing, you end up not being able to see if it's actually coming towards you or not. And you actually pass up opportunities. Actually act like you're too good for certain things. Actually put yourself into a situation where you act very negative towards certain things. And, you know, these could be things in your face that actually take you from point A to point B. But since you're lost shaking hands with the devil, it's not that specific filter in person, place, or thing, or aspect, or expectation. So for the most part, this is how a lot of times you kind of set yourself up for failure and shit like that, by shaking hands with the devil by default, when you need to develop these energies for yourself within you. You know what I'm saying? Develop these energies in yourself within you to the point that even if the external experience is not how you want it to look, or you're not manifesting what you actually think you deserve at the moment, because you'll never get what you deserve. You only get what you want or need. I mean, you'll never get what you want or need. You'll only get what you deserve. So if you're getting things that you don't want or need at the moment, it's probably something you deserve. So keep that in mind. But when you put yourself into that aspect, right, and you're able to develop that mentality of satisfaction, regardless of how the external situation look, you develop different ideas and thoughts that you would normally develop if you was in a different space as a spirit. The spirit world is very different than this world. So you have to be careful. Always be aware what space you in. And your spirit is no thing. Your soul is no thing. So the only thing that represent what space you in is the states that you're creating in that space, the states of awarenesses. And if it's negative states, that's your starting point in correspondence to let you know you're in a fucked up space. Get out of that spaceship. Leave that esoteric location. If it's good vibes and states, right, that let you know you're in the right location as a spirit. You're in the right space. So the states that you're creating is good and things of that nature. And that's always going to tell you when you're dealing with the spiritual world beyond this mind. I mean, beyond the body. You're dealing with the chakras. Now, once you learn moderation in that life, because in that area, right, life, the mind, the chakras, you have to make sure that you're not in a situation where you're trying to cling on to all feel good, to all thinking good, to all only wanting to be right, to all only wanting to feel good. That's going to be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain negative rejections or opposition responses or experiences you have to be in order to adjust or reformulate the structured mind that you necessarily need in order to reach any goal. You know what I'm saying? It called tough skin, not this skin, the esoteric skin, the skin that you put like as pinstripe lines around your spaceship to make your spaceship look cool. A lot of y'all got negative, ugly, retarded looking spaceships that fly and crash all over the place. So in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension, it looked like you're crashing, aka it looked like you're making a lot of mistakes. You're doing a lot of things that you're going to regret tomorrow. So you have to be careful of that. Now, when you're in this area and you're fashioning up, right? Now, your spaceship. Now, this is like your mind. So when you're creating a spaceship, first, you have an extreme thought and extreme feeling. You bring these things together, boom, it produces a light. Now, that's a metal. That's a substance. Now, you could make that spaceship and shape it up how you want to look as a character. It could be your character, charismatic gifts, persona. But I call it your spaceship because spaceships have the most efficient, most fastest way and most clearest sense path of direction. And it gets to point A to point B the fastest. You make your mind anything else, you're going to get to your destination very slow. And people are going to disregard your esoteric automobile. They're going to disregard your esoteric transportation. They're going to look at your transportation as limited, only like to be in a certain location, only has certain biases, and it can only go a certain distance. And after a while, spirits, we all like to transform and go the distance. So you need something to ship through space with. And since your spirit is your space, you need a ship, which is your mind. I am the angel that flew God in a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So, for the most part, this is like creating a seed and watering it. So anytime you get ready to participate in a situation, as long as you don't got too much baggage, just enough to know that there's certain instances you need in your memory patterns that could protect you from opening or being exposed and vulnerable to the same type of situations, right? So that's intelligence a little bit, but not utilizing your old baggage to prevent a current situation from being sufficient. Once you understand that, so you're not carrying things with you, but you're utilizing things as weapons to not manifest as being a fool or to manifest a similar situation just via different person, place, or thing. Now, once you're in that type of situation, now you're able to think freely enough to be able to interact with the situation with full potential, not having certain limited biases and certain attributes with your spaceship, not able to drive fast through that situation. Now, once you're in that circumstance, now you're starting to develop kind of an outside looking in circumstance while still being in a spaceship. Now God can utilize you to be able to transmute or be able to inspire others or be the actual example on how to go about things and what not to do while surviving, even if it's a scary situation. And with all that energy, you're able to transmute and be a vessel for God to actually expand and make something newly possible that wasn't possible before in a situation that'll look like we all doing. Because it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. So it look like we all doing the same thing, but how you did it God's way. So just looking at you, we got a better way to go about something. So when we participate with it, once upon a time, the limited, looking over their shoulders, and certain expectation-minded people no longer have to have those limited, demonic, shaking hands with devils concepts about it. They now could use you as an example because you are a vessel for God to show people that this could come in many other ways that's non-expected. AKA, you are a vessel for all possibilities. You just made something more possible where people didn't think it was. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart in this motherfucker. And ooh, shit, it feel good. I'm gonna see y'all tonight. We're gonna talk about dreams tonight in this motherfucker. You better motherfucker believe it, goddammit. And open pen on this motherfucker shit. See y'all tonight.